It is Monday, March 28th, and today the Megan McCain Award for being the worst goes to Will Smith. Holy crap. So at last night's Oscars, Chris Rock came out and made some sort of joke about Will Smith um, taking up with G.I. Jane. G.I. Jane was a movie that Demi Moore starred in where she shaved her head. It was, sort of a thing. And Will Smith is, of course, married to Jada Pinkett Smith, who keeps her hair very closely short. She has alopecia, which is a condition that creates spotty hair loss. I don't know. I don't know if Chris Rock knows that or not. I don't see any visible way to recognize that she has alopecia. She keeps her hair very closely cropped. But if, I don't know if she uses some sort of filler to make it look fuller. And if she does, then she might as well just be wearing a wig and she's not making the big, bold statement that she thinks she is. But that aside, whether or not Chris should have made that joke, when he mentioned something about, Will Smith taking up with G.I. Jane, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett very visibly eye rolled and was annoyed by that remark. Will gets up from his chair, goes to center stage, smacks Chris Rock in the face with an open hand. While he returns to his seat, Chris Rock says, wow, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. Will Smith sits down and screams, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." Chris Rock replies, "Dude, it was a G.I. Jane joke." Will Smith replies again, very angrily, "Keep my name's wife out your fucking mouth." Chris Rock says, "I am," and effectively goes, "Geez," but didn't do that. I'll give Chris Rock a hell of a lot of credit for remaining calm, taking his ego out of the situation, and just de-escalating everything and moving on. Because that could have been a whole lot worse had there been a different reaction. And you can make whatever argument you want to make about whether or not that joke that Chris Rock made was appropriate. That's not the point. Will Smith, who is an active member of an abusive cult, got up from his chair, walked to center stage where an entire audience of eyes were focused and 1 billion viewers worldwide, and hit someone in the face. That's assault. I don't think Chris Rock will press charges against him. But at that point, Will Smith should have been removed from the auditorium. The Oscar producers, of course, know that presume that he is about to win an award for Best Actor, which he then does a few minutes later. And he goes on stage and he tearfully apologizes to the Academy and says he wants to be a vessel for peace. Fuck you, Will Smith. People who want to be a vessel for peace don't get up from their chair, walk quite a distance to center stage, and hit a man in the face. What an asshole. Didn't apologize to Chris Rock. Rambled on. I haven't seen any statement from him or anything that's come out, since then. And then now he's created a tension-filled room that just witnessed violence, kind of ruining the moment for everybody that came after him. Because he chose to get up out of his seat to assault someone. this isn't an act of passion and response where he just, whoop. Not that that's okay, but that took some time to get up from his chair, walk across to center stage, to actively strike someone in the face. That's not what a vessel for peace does. And we can argue whether or not he deserves to win that award for his acting ability. I don't really care for Will Smith, so I don't really watch his movies. I try not to watch any Scientologist movies. I don't really care for Tom Cruise movies. I don't care for who's the other one? John Travolta. I just don't really watch their stuff. I do admit I watch The Handmaid's Tale and I kind of hate myself for it, but I'm not perfect. But anyway, people actually stood up when he won that fucking award. And I'm not saying people should have booed him, but they definitely should have been sitting on their hands. That was weird. He does not deserve any accolade after assaulting a person on live television in front of an auditorium full of people. So he's the asshole today. I will say, if you want to look at people who are a vessel for peace, I would say look more to Jessica Chastain, because she gave a wonderful speech that was about lifting people up. It didn't involve hitting anyone. It was wonderful to see Troy Katzer win for Coda, which was a wonderful film, and to give such a beautiful tribute to the hearing impaired community, and Adriana DeBose, as a queer woman of color, to get up there and to say, as a queer kid, you're going to be okay. There are lanes for you. I certainly would have appreciated that as a kid, to be able to see and hear on a show like the Oscars, which queer kids usually are attracted towards. Anyway, what was otherwise a fairly interesting and well done Oscar ceremony, Will Smith effectively ruined. And I don't really know what the consequence is going to be for that, but it should be something, because it's just not okay to hit people.